to the TED Ed podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
All right, people, this is our Christmas Eve. And if we think that these folks aren't out there doing anything right now on Christmas Eve, wake up, people. There's a lot of stuff going on. Man, the first thing I want to say is that right after the election, and I think I said this before, right after the election, there was people just, all the progressives just went into a cocoon and stopped looking at all these programs. Now, Ted yesterday said, "Hey, I'm going back. I'm going back and look at Joey. That's the only thing I'm looking at." Well, we need to get back to all those progressive shows and stuff and everything, and so we can keep them things on the air, because these people, man, they got some stuff out there that, man, they getting ready to put on a big time show. Not only Fox has got stuff going on, but this thing called OAN. They got some stuff getting ready to happen. I mean, some stuff coming down, and they getting ready to double down on Fox stuff and add to.
Backed by Sinclair, aren't they?
Nope. No, sir. It's a man named Robert Herring. A boy named Robert Herring. He just signed an agreement in October 8th, right before the election. He signed an agreement to have his show to be on 85 networks out the United States. He's already on a few of them now, but I think he was on 65. Now they added another 85 network stations and stuff that he is going to be putting his show on. One America News, and they are an arm of President Trump. And they've already said, we backing him up to the hilts, and Trump says, I backed him up. It is something else going on. And by us coming into a cocoon, we're allowing them to absorb that space that we vacated. And when you let somebody absorb your space that you done vacated, you had some space out there, and now you vacated that space, and now somebody else is coming in very strong, because there's a lot of money and stuff behind that to put these people and stuff on the network. Matt Gaetz was a U.S. congressman. He was the one that helped to put the last, not Johnson, but the last Speaker of the House out of his job. And the Ethics Committee for the House had done a report on him about all the nasty stuff that he was doing, because this stuff has been going on. Him being investigated has been going on for a long time now, all the way back into 2019, when 2018, when Trump was the president. Anyway, the House Ethics Committee about a month ago said we are not going to release our report. It was damaging. And when Trump started putting his folks out there, his cabinet together, he had nominated Matt Gaetz to be his attorney general. Now, it, the stuff that they got on Matt Gaetz, man, it is, oh man, it's horrible. And once he did that, the Democrats on the committee, and that's why you need to have people on these committees and stuff who are Democrats and professionals and stuff to keep that window open into what these folks are trying to do. And if you allow them to do what they want to do and not open your mouth and say anything, then they're going to push these stuff and everything on to the American public, and we won't be able to do anything about it. But because we had a few people and stuff there on those committees and stuff, we said we're going to put this stuff out there. If you guys don't, we're going to put it out there, and they put it out there into the news media what that report said. Once he nominated Matt Gaetz as the Attorney General, that's when they did it. They said, "Hey, we ain't gonna allow this to happen. He cannot be our Attorney General." They put the report out there on Matt Gaetz. Well, once they did that, Trump backed up. Oh, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. And he had some pushback from some of the Republican senators. But before that, when the Republicans first held the report back, they had Matt Gaetz marching around Congress and stuff and everything with a couple of these highfalutin House of Representatives. They were bringing him out around and introducing him to all these people. They had these Republican senators and stuff. They were parading him around. Oh yeah, he's gonna be our new Attorney General and all that. Well, they're quiet as a mouse now. You can't hear about any of them Republicans saying anything because when the Democrats put their report out as to what they had, they quietly backed away, and I guess they must have told uh, the Donald that there's no way they're going to be able to get him through confirmation. And now, since they've done that, the House Ethics Committee decided that to put the official report out there so people can be able to see it, and they did. So he is persona non grata, I guess, for right now. But this organization, One America Network, out there, who has a news outlet almost similar to Fox News, is starting in January. It's they're going to have a Matt Gaetz show on the network, and they have not taken him off of it. Even after they found out what's going on, they having a Matt Gaetz show. He's going to be on there, and he's going to be on a bunch of these network stations and stuff out there that One America has made an agreement and stuff to do through this company called Bridge Network. Now, I've done some research on One America News Network, and man, these folks have been around. They signed their articles of incorporation in 2003, and they started doing some broadcasting and stuff, small broadcasting and stuff, starting in 2004. Their main headquarters is in Washington D.C. and San Diego, California. And since then, they've been quietly almost like Sinclair Broadcasting has been putting their tentacles out there, and these folks that got money are putting them out there on the network. And believe me, these people are got some stuff going on out there and everything, and this news that they're putting out there is is horrible. It is most of it's not true or anything. It was so bad that they were on YouTube and they had over 1 million subscribers on YouTube back in 2020, 2019, 2020, when they had the COVID going on. YouTube kicked them off of their state, off of their systems and stuff and everything because they were advocating some crazy COVID medicine that they were trying to get people to take, and it was so bad they kicked them off. Well, they couldn't keep them off, but so long. But now they're back on again and stuff, and they're sitting there at about 2 million subscribers and stuff on OA. But they've also now reached the tentacles out into these broadcast stations now because they have become so popular with some of these Republicans and these progressive rights and religious right folks. We can't allow these folks to gain this space that's sitting out there. They're gonna push their folks out there, and if we don't occupy their space and stuff, they will. And people are gonna be getting their news from whatever. And most of the time, when you see something out there, you're going to believe it. I went out and decided that I wanted to look at their website. Beautiful website. Man, they got nice stuff out there. They got all the people sitting out there. They got shows going on and everything. And they got these folks out here and they put them out there on these networks and stuff. And they're getting ready to really go at it in January. I Yesterday I said since Biden had pardoned all those people that he need to give Liz Cheney a preemptive pardon. Mr. Loudermilk, Representative Loudermilk, who is a representative from Georgia, who is on a this committee, has recommended that the Department of Justice investigate her for witness tampering.
Yeah.
She needs a pardon.
Well, she called it a lie.
We know it, but she's going to have to defend herself from that, even with the Department of Justice, and knowing that when Trump gets in office, his attorney general is going to be doing exactly what he wants him to do. So they're going to create a lot of problems and stuff for Liz Cheney that she does not need. Because, like we said yesterday, if this thing goes forth and everything, she's going to have to defend herself. She's going to have to get attorneys, and those people ain't cheap.
She got enough money.
It's still, she hasn't got the money she needs that the Department of
Her
Justice
daddy
got.
got enough money.
I don't care. You have no business sitting out there trying to fight something and everything that is untrue. If you pardon her, she hasn't got to worry about that. You shouldn't be putting that stuff upon that lady because how in the world can you? She was a co-chairman and stuff on that January 6th committee. Now, Bernie Thompson was a chairman of it when it happened.
He ain't got no money.
They didn't say anything at all about him doing this with this tampering stuff, but they put her out there because Trump said that he wanted to get her.
Well, I'm not so much concerned about her.
I
She
am.
got enough money.
I'm
She'll
concerned
take care of
about it.
herself.
That money does not make any difference, Ted. I don't care. They have no business bothering that lady. And it's not her fault that this stuff didn't happen. And somebody needs to stand up and say something. You can go ahead now. That's my piece.
Well, while I was listening to you, You're saying that these people setting up stuff, and they've been doing this. We know. We talked about it over the years since we've been on air, since we've been doing this. They have a slow roll of taking over the media in their own way. However, you survive by advertising dollars. You said at one time they was on YouTube. They kicked them off. The question is, who are they going to get their advertising dollars? And will they? Their goal is to try to get cable to set them up so that they can get a full check every month, just like Fox News. Fox News don't even have to advertise no more because they get so much money from cable news, from the cable system. What this is called is grifting. That's all it is, grifting. They don't have no money. They might have a few $1,000s, $3 million, a few $1,000,000, but it's grifting. It's almost like the Gilded Age, but only the Gilded Age had substance. Transformative period in American history marked by rapid industrialization, technological advancements, and significant social and economic changes. These people in those days, in the late 1800s and to the 1900s, 1870 to the 1900s, during the late 19th century, these people were doing rapid industrialization in the United States. They experienced unprecedented industrial boom. And one of the things that they did, the growth of the railroads. Think about that. They started the railroads way back in the 1700s. Very small, mile by mile. But in the South, they used slaves, hundreds and thousands of slaves to build those railroad tracks. For decades, they used them for free. And then when the Emancipation Proclamation came, they had to pay them. So they paid them whatever they paid them back then. I don't know. We don't know. But they rather work for the railroad than do sharecropping. So a lot of hundreds of thousands of black men built the railroad. They built the railroad. And so that was one of the things. Now, what did the railroad do? The railroad transported product, cotton, tobacco. And where did that cotton and stuff go? Overseas. Made these people multi-millions of dollars. Oil. Wealth disparity. The era saw a significant increase in wealth and in inequality as industries and robber barons. I got a book called The Robber Barons. And man, they was ruthless. They was even competing against each other. It was amazing because enormous fortunes came about. But then during the early 1900s, during W.E. Du Bois writing all his books about black people and saying that most of us was just peasants because we weren't educated, they were building stuff. Corruption and politics was going on all during that period of time. And immigration came. They allowed so many Italians and Irish people to come here, disrupt a whole lot of things, and gave a lot of them free land. When we supposed to get 40 acres and a mule. The robber barons was strong, bro. Andrew Carnegie, the Rockefellers, John D. Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan, and they just did a whole thing. And now the thing is, when you're talking about railroads and all of that stuff, you remember the Pullman strike? There was a Pullman strike. The Pullmans were the people that did luxury rooms in the carts on the railroads. But the porters were the black guys. So that was an industry within itself. It was all about making the money, getting those tips, and working for the rich people, treating them like they was royalty. So the Gilded Age was all about making money, and it was the high society, and most of them was in New York. But here's the thing: they left a legacy, social, economic legacies, cultural legacies. But the main thing what they left was integration. They left wealth for their families. Now I'm just going to name a few, and I'm going to be done with this. Carnegie family. Andrew Carnegie, a Scottish American, sold his company, which was a steel company, and I read many books about Andrew Carnegie. Sold it for $480 million. He's all over New York. He got buildings in New York and all kind of foundations. Right now, his money is still being spread. Rockefeller family. John D. Rockefeller, founder of the Standard Oil, dominated the oil industry, amassed enormous wealth. Morgan family. J.P. Morgan, a financier and banker, contributed to General Electric and the U.S. Steel. The Vanderbilt's family, known for their shipping and railroad empires, one of the wealthiest families in the United States today. The Astor family. The Astor family made their fortune in real estate and fur trading. Ooh, that tells you, one of the big businesses that one of the Trump families did was fur trading in New York. And then you're talking about the Roosevelt family. These are all the Gilded Ages people. The families, Livingston family, the Schuyler family, the DuPont family, the Hearst family. The Hearst family, we all heard about the Hearst family and the DuPont family. The DuPont family was the chemical industry. They got most of their money from the government. Their big money was, they call themselves in building explosives. That's how they did, that's how they got over. The Hearst family publishing newspapers. And then here's a family I've never read about. It's, the name of the family is Guggenheim family. That's all German right there. That's got to be German. Who made their fortune in mining and finance, were a prominent family in New York City. All of these people, families, are still prominent today. It's old money. Now the new money, we know who they are. The Mussers, Bill Gates, and the guy that runs Amazon, and on, the new money. All of these people, all of them, now some of them have industries. Bill Gates had a real company. The guy that runs Amazon, real company. The Google people, the real companies. But the bottom line is, most of these people have gotten government subsidies. The guy that runs Amazon, government subsidies. The guy that's got Musk, government subsidies. Tesla, government subsidies. He was going bankrupt. All of these people got government contracts or subsidies. They made their money. But the difference is they're not family oriented yet. They might be to a certain degree, they're not calling it that or whatever, but back in those days in the early 1900s, it was all about family wealth, generational wealth. So right now, I call this generation, they call it the Gilded Age. This is the grifters age. Grifters. This is what they're doing. These news people, grifters. These people that's writing all these books and everything and trying to sell them and all that, and they get on TV and they talk their little political savvy, grifters. They're not producing anything here. At least those people in the Gilded Age, they was producing shit. Oil. They was building stuff. These people ain't nothing but grifters. And all they doing is talking crap. And if you pay attention to them and listen to them, ain't nothing wrong with listening to them and paying attention to them, finding what they're doing, what they're thinking, but they're programming the so-called, what they call themselves as white. They ain't white. They're Irish. They're Italian. They're Jewish. They're Polish. They're German. You're not white. That's a construct. The question is, you got these people that's a working class people, subservience, that's believing this crap and listening to it day in and day out, thinking what they're saying is that they for you. They ain't for you. I keep telling, if you white folks don't understand, black folks don't care about what you doing. We don't care. Just leave us alone. We don't care. You got some of us, want to run into all your little fancy your establishments and all that kind of crap, but that's them. But what I'm telling you, we don't care about what you're doing, as long as you don't mess with us. But right now, they just programming your mind to come against any and everybody, and that's it. We are in the grifter's age, and all they want to do is try to get these billionaires to give them money to support their little radical causes of white supremacy. At least that's what they say, but I don't even believe they believe in their own white supremacy. All they're doing is they're trying to get money. That's it. It's grifters. Grifters. And the biggest grifter is 45. How you gonna sit up there and you selling watches? You selling shoes? You selling all of this crazy stuff? He's a grifter. He's not producing anything for you. All he's trying to do is get your money. That's it. And that's all these news people that's going up right now. They're just trying to get your money. They're trying to get advertising dollars so that all they need is eyeballs. If I get 10 million people watching me, I'm going to make some money. That's all they are, is grifters. We are in the grifters age. These people are grifters. They can't produce nothing. They're not going to make nothing. All they're going to do is run off at the mouth. That's all they're doing on the radio, is running off the mouth. When you hear people talking about it, the guy, whatever his name, what's the name, the congressperson that's in trouble, he's talking about it wasn't nothing but a report. And these young girls had already reported that they were paid. Grifters, bruh. That's all they are. So we are in the grifter generation, the grifter age. When people start asking you for money and they don't have no product that they're selling you, they're grifters. At least give people respect. At least we know that Bill Gates had this little software, and every year he'll come up with something new. He'll come on TV and talk about it and say, this is the brand new thing, and I'm updating this, and I want you to buy this. At least he had a product. These people ain't got no product, bro. They ain't offering you nothing. Why are you listening to them? I'm done. I can go on, but I'm done.
I'm trying to figure out what's your point here. Give me I want to know what your point is.
Didn't you hear what I just said?
I heard what you said.
All
What's your
right
point?
then. I said we are in a grifter's age.
But what's your point? That's what I'm trying
Do
to
you know
figure
what a
out.
guilted? You heard of the gilted age, right?
You're not listening to me. I said, what is your point and stuff that
The
you're trying to
point
make?
is that we are in a grifter's age, bro. That's it. That's the bottom line.
But
You
how does
think you
that?
think you
How?
think do you
how
think for 1 minute that those um, bitcoins is real? That's
doesn't
grifting.
it doesn't matter what I think? It's what other folks and stuff
No,
think.
well, I'm not talking about you personally. I'm saying that if you think those bitcoins are real, do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? There's a guy that says that he is the original guy that started it.
Okay.
And so
What?
he's supposed to be suing them because he the one that's supposed to started it. He's the founder.
Okay. So what's wrong with
So
that?
he got put in jail. He's in jail now.
Okay. What's wrong with
Because
that?
well, the point is, this is the grifter's age, bro. Because
But
the thing is, can't nobody, man, can't nobody figure this stuff out, bro. This is grifting.
but what's wrong with it?
Ain't nothing wrong with it if you can make money.
If you're making money, what's wrong with it?
Well, you got people that's out there that's giving them money, and you got people. Well, we already said, they said 52% of the people in this country is what?
They're poor.
No, not mentally sound. They have an IQ of under 100.
Oh,
Now that's what statistics
now,
say. That's what they say. Now how
well,
true it is, I have no idea. I know a lot of smart people that didn't even finish high school. So I don't cater to those kind of things. But I look at statistics and what people say. I look at data, and when they say 50% of the people in this country can't pay for a $500 bill or a certain amount. Now they say 80%, 90% of the people got a high school education in this country.
mhm. I'm still trying to get to
Well,
uh, uh, to a point where
let me break it
I can
down to
say.
you as a third grader. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask the question. I'm gonna break it down to you like a
No,
third grader.
no, you'll give me like a third. Oh, wait a minute now. Remember what I told you earlier? That you can't talk with your mouth full now, okay? So let
I'm
me
gonna break
talk
it
until you
down
finish.
like a third grader.
No, I'm I heard most of the stuff that you were saying, how all these old money came about. Nothing wrong with that. That's how they make their money. There's nothing wrong with that because is out there to make some money. They're gonna do whatever they can to make money, and however way they can make money, they're gonna do it. Now, you spoke about these companies and stuff. getting most all them people getting government money to set up and do what they're doing. Well, the money is there. So what's wrong with them going out and getting it? They're using the system to get what they need to become powerful, to put money in their pocket. There's nothing wrong with that. It's
Ain't
not
nobody talking
against the
about
law.
wrong, brother. I'm talking
It's
about the
not
product.
against it's not against the law. It doesn't matter what the product is. If it's supply and demand out there. If you got a supply and there's a demand for it, you're going to make money for it. Whether it's cryptocurrency or whether it's information or whatever they're selling, electric cars or whatever, or a satellite in the sky so people can get on the internet. If there is a demand for it and you can supply it, there's nothing wrong with that. The man who started this digital currency and stuff and everything, he sit down there and you said he's got what 200 million coins or something like that.
No, he
Well,
got 1.2 million coins.
okay, 1.2 million coins. He started that, and when he started that, there wasn't any. That stuff was only worth what pennies, nickels, and dimes and stuff, and now it's worth a lot more money than that. But that's something that he started, and people decided that they wanted. There was some value and stuff in there, and if people don't see value and stuff in it, they're not going to buy it. If people see value in something, they're going to buy it. There's nothing wrong with that because we keep
It's a
telling people
Ponzi
we
scheme,
are
bro.
in a
It's a
capitalist.
Ponzi scheme.
It doesn't matter. We are in a capitalist society, and capitalists is going to do whatever they can to make money. We look back in 2000 and all these many years and stuff, and they looked at these folks and stuff
It
on the
used to
stock
be against the
market,
law.
and they bet on a stock going bad, and they found that the stock went bad, and they made billions of dollars off the stock going bad. They made a bet on the stock market, and they allowed them to do it. So hey, whatever it is that trips their trigger to allow them to do whatever they do, and they're making money off of it, and it's legal according to the law, then what's wrong with it? That's my point. What's wrong with it? Yes, that knucklehead criminal that's getting ready to get into the White House, he's a grifter. We know it. Everybody knows he's a grifter. He out there selling stuff. He's just like them folks back in the 1800s and stuff when the guy rides in there on the wagon and trying to sell off his snake oil. And that's what he's done. He's selling the snake oil. And guess what? The folks is buying it. They put him back in office. It's stupid, but they put him back in office. So what we going to do about that? He's back in office. So we're going to have to figure out a way how to be able to keep this country where we need it to be because we know this man is a grifter and he's back there in power. So what do? Do you lay down and say, well, he's a grifter and we're going to lay down? I don't see that. Yes, he is a grifter. I don't care. We're going to have to figure out how to deal with him so we can be able to keep our sanity or keep whatever we're doing, keep our progressive ideas and stuff out there. Because if we don't do it, he's going to throw his grifter ideas out there. And as we can see, there's a whole lot of people buying it. They are buying it. And what are we going to do about it if they're buying it? I just mentioned to you about this OA network. These people are signing agreements with network television. They are making money. They're going to be making billions of dollars off of this stuff if they can keep their viewership high enough. They're going to make money. And we all can look at that and say, well, they're lying on there. Well, people are believing those lies. So, do we allow them to continue to do what they're doing, or do we sit
It's
down
a
there and
free
try to
country, bro.
figure out a way where we can combat whatever they're saying? Because some of that stuff and everything they're telling these people are lies, and we need to be able to sit there and say they are lying. That's why you have people up there in Congress and stuff saying and being able to stand up and say these folks are lying to you. They're putting false
Well,
charges against you.
Ed, I
They
hear you.
sat down there and they said that they're going to impeach Biden,
Man, you
knowing
can't.
this man has
Hey,
not
you can't have
done
a
nothing.
filibuster. You can't have a filibuster, bro. Come on
No,
now.
we're not filibustering.
You are
I'm not
filibustering.
filibustering. I'm not.
Now
I'm
wait
not
a minute.
filibustering. I'm not
Look here. Look
filibustering.
here. Look here. You saying we? Everybody know, man. They said that the man told 30,000 lies. He told 30,000 lies. These other people doing lying too. The point,
Okay.
you keep telling the people that they lying. Obviously, that ain't working.
I'm not saying that I'm saying it's working because he's sitting there in the White House. He
I
will be sitting there in the
said,
White House. So
I
whatever he
said,
said
did
is
you hear what I
working.
just said? You didn't even hear what I said. I
I
said,
heard
when
you.
you keep telling these people that these people, other people are lying to you, and they still believe them, and we keep on telling them they're lying, it ain't working.
But you can't stop saying that they're lying. The same thing as what he done. He sat there after 2020 and said they stole the election. And he kept telling people they stole my election. And we knew the man was telling the story and stuff, but they stole the election and people started believing. There were some people who believed, and there was a whole lot of folks who didn't believe it. He stole the election.
I mean, man, you can't keep telling people that they're
And you
lying,
can't
and
keep
they
telling
keep on
people about
believing
who
it.
grifters and stuff and
They
expect them to be okay with it. I'm just saying to you, we understand this man's a grifter, and whatever he's saying is working
No,
about
it
being a
ain't just
grifter.
him, Ed. It's a bunch of them out there grifting.
That's what?
It's a bunch of them out there grifting.
Okay, so
It
what's
ain't
wrong
just
with
him.
that?
They're
And
not
what's wrong with
producing a
it?
damn thing.
What's wrong with it?
Now you say what's wrong with it?
No, I said earlier, what's wrong with it? I told you earlier, what's wrong with them doing that? That's when I started out talking. I said, hey,
First of
what's
all,
wrong
wait a
with
minute
it?
now, wait a minute. You can't keep on, because the only way they can grip, they gotta lie. They gotta keep lying and saying that, black people are criminals, black people this, and Latinos this, and the Asians is that, and blah, blah, blah. That's grifting.
And what's wrong with that?
Now you telling me what's wrong with it?
Yep, what's wrong with it?
You saying ain't nothing wrong with it?
I'm just saying, what's wrong with them saying that?
You saying what's wrong with it?
I'm asking a question. What's wrong with that?
Well, you can't turn around and say that you are a American that believe in honor, right, and justice, and you lying to 40% of the population or 50% of the population that's listening to you. That's what's wrong with it. That's
I'm
what's
st-
wrong with it.
but I'm still
And then
saying,
call yourself, majority of them call themselves Christians.
okay, what's wrong
That's
with
what's
that?
wrong with it.
And what's wrong with that? And what you gonna do about it? You gonna sit there and allow them to lie to you? What you gonna do?
Well, you can't sit up here and talking about they lying all the time because we know they lying.
So
What you got to
then,
do
what
is
you gonna
action.
do? Then
What you
what?
got to do is action. That
And
means
what
you
is
can't
that?
be.
That's what I want to hear. What you gonna do about it?
Well, what I'm gonna do, I ain't gonna do a damn thing because I'm too
Oh,
old.
so you ain't gonna do nothing, but you want people who listen to you to do something, but you can't give them an idea of what they need to do.
Oh, well, I can give
That's
them
not.
ideas. I can give them
No, you
ideas.
haven't. All you did was talk about them. All you did was say, "Well, they this, and
I
that."
ain't
Well, what
said
we gonna
nothing
do
about them.
about it?
I haven't said anything about them, Ed.
Yes, you
What
have.
I'm saying
You
is
said he's a
is
grifter.
that you can't just keep saying that they're lying. We already know they're lying. The
But
point
so,
is,
what you gonna do about it? That's what I'm saying.
what they should be doing about it, I'm gonna tell you my
Okay,
opinion.
now go ahead. Now I can listen. Go ahead. I'm listening.
And we've already discussed
I'm
this
listening now.
already,
I'm listening
bro.
now. Well, what we gonna do about it? I'm listening.
We've
I'm
already
listening.
discussed
I
this.
want to hear what
We
you say we're
already
gonna do about it.
know. We already know that these little bitty states, they only have 1 million people, and some of them don't even have 1 million people. They out there living off of SNAP.
Okay.
They're getting food subsidies. They're getting living subsidies.
Okay.
We bring in a lot of our uh, finance and taking care of those states, but yet still you too scared. Those people that's supposed to be political to get out there and talk to these people and try to let them know, hey, this is what's happening. They have allowed all of these red states to feel as though we are the enemy. New York, California is the enemy. Up north is the enemy. Illinois, Minnesota, all of these people are the enemies. But yet still, they want to get all the federal dollars. Because let me tell you something, when those federal dollars are distributed, a lot of that money is because you are in the hole. They're distributing to those states. And if those governments that's making the money, like those states that's making the money, because there's only 2 red states that's making money. You know that? There's only 2 red states that's making money. And that's Texas and Florida. The rest of them is just hanging on.
Now, you just said
Well, I
that.
take that back. Utah is doing decent too.
Okay. You just said that they're getting monies from whoever. They're getting SNAP money. They're getting all this other money. So, how do you go out there and combat these folks who are getting all this free money that their people are giving to them? You think that they're going to stop supporting these people because you're going to go out there and talk to them? You're going to have to figure out what to do because these people are getting money. They're giving them our money. They're coming from these blue states. The money is going to them. And they're going to stop that flow of money going to them. And they're going to say, well, if we cut these folks out, the Republicans out, then where our money going to come from? If these Republicans is giving them free money, why would you go and vote for somebody else and they're not giving you anything? But the Republicans is giving them SNAP money and farm money and farm bills. They get, and they're throwing billions of dollars out there to them. Matter of fact, I think in that budget and stuff, they put in what $110 billion that they're giving
To the farmers.
to the farmers. So and they all out there in them red states. So
And a
you think
hundred
you think them?
and 100 billion to the hurricane recipients.
Okay, so you think that these people gonna say, "Well, we ain't gonna vote for our Republican representative because they put money in my pocket, buddy. What are you putting in my pocket?"
Who you think voted and passed the bill?
It
A
doesn't
lot of
matter.
the Republicans didn't even
it,
pass that, didn't vote for it.
it doesn't matter. The money's still going to them. They sit there and took all that money that Biden and the Democrats and stuff had for Investment Act into this country,
I
and
don't know
they
if you just, I
all of
don't
them
know if you
voted.
heard me or not.
All of
I
them
don't
voted
think you heard me.
against it. All
I
of them
don't
voted
think
against it.
you
But when the money
heard
came
me.
down the pipes, they
Mr.
were standing
Bishop,
there
you didn't hear
and
me.
watching the roads being
Mr.
built and said the
Bishop,
money's
you did
coming
not
from
hear
us.
me. You did not hear me.
I heard you.
No, you
You ain't
didn't.
hearing me.
No, you saying they got the money. But
They
here's the
did.
deal. You saying they got the money, and that's true, they got the money. But the point is, the Democrats ain't going out spreading the truth.
So now you're coming with some sort of a solution that they
You
aren't
asked for a
opening their
solution.
mouth.
I done said
No,
this
you
a
didn't. You
hundred
didn't say
times.
that until now.
I
You
said
didn't
this a
say
hundred
that.
times. Go
You
back
didn't
and
say
listen to the
that. You
tapes,
didn't
bro.
say that the Democrats hadn't came out there and opened their mouth and said, "Hey, the money came from us.
They
Your
don't
people
go
didn't
to the
vote for
red
this
state.
stuff."
Let me ask you a question. When was the last time a president went to Utah?
Doesn't matter.
When's the last time the president went to North Dakota?
Has Trump went to North Dakota?
I say the president of the Democratic persuasion.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, so now it don't matter.
It doesn't matter if he goes
So their
there. We
vote
need
don't
to
count.
the people that they are going to listen to are the folks who are in that state and the representatives who are
I
in that
just
state
said
and
the
the
way
folks who
you
are
get
being there.
people to vote for you and think the way you, if you're talking about America for all the people, because that's what Joe Biden was talking about. That's what Kamala Harris talking about, all the people, not just the red states. But you
And
for all the people, but you don't go there.
and nobody believed her. And so
Well,
what
did
do
she
you
go there?
do? If you
Did she
if
go to West
nobody if
Virginia?
nobody if nobody
Did
believed her, she
anybody
can't
go
go
to West
she
Virginia?
couldn't go to every state in the
Why
union.
not?
She
Why
could
not?
not.
Why not?
Because her time. She
She
cannot do
went to
that.
North Carolina 10
She's
times.
only one person.
She went to North Carolina 10 times. She ain't got to
Right.
go to
That's
North Carolina
because
10
that's a
times.
battleground state. Those other little states out there are red states. They don't carry enough electoral college votes.
It don't matter. It
Yes,
don't
it
matter.
does. Yes, it
It
does.
don't
It
matter.
matters
If you
for
for
her to
all the
go
people,
to
go
North
see the
Carolina.
people. Go
It
see
doesn't
the
matter.
people. It
She
don't
has to go
matter.
on
Go
to the
see
she
the
going to
people.
the people that matters that gonna get her
There you
in
go. See,
office.
obviously it didn't work, did it? Did it work?
Well, it didn't work because of something that nobody wants to talk about. Now, it worked for the governor, it worked for those senators and stuff it worked for them
Man, you ain't got to do that. This who was it for?
because she black and a woman. She black and she a woman. Nah, I said
I'm
it.
just saying,
Hey
and this
man,
is just my hey.
we in a endless
Look,
we are in
look,
an endless loop here. We are
look,
in an endless loop.
look, look. I'm just saying, you can't. What they say the definition of insanity? Huh?
You tell me. I know what it is,
Doing
but
the
you tell
same
me.
thing. Keep on doing the same thing.
Right.
So if you keep on doing the same thing, there's a problem.
I'm
You
not
got to
saying we
go
should
out
be
into
doing the
those
same
red
thing.
states.
I'm trying to find a solution. That's it. I'm trying to find a solution. That's it. I
Well, I
want a
ain't trying to
solution.
find no solution. I don't care really
I'm a,
one way or
I'm
the
a,
other.
I'm gonna try to find a solution. But you saying that you don't care lets people and stuff know that he don't care about me either because I'm supposed to be listening to him and I'm supposed to be getting a solution from him, but he don't care.
People gonna
That's
think what
not
they
right
want to
either.
think. I don't give a shit.
You don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This country is so divided and so tribal. The point is that what you have to do is you have to persuade a number of people and give them knowledge and understanding and information so that they can vote for their own interests. And right now, they feel that the progressives, the left, is not for their own interests. And the progressives and the left have to realize that, hey, because you have these moderate Democrats, they're just as moderate as those Republicans. So they have to persuade these other people, hey, we're not against you, we for you. But the point is, this is what we believe. You can't legislate morality. You cannot legislate morality. People gonna live the way they live. If you don't like gay people, that's your problem. You don't like people that use drugs, that's your problem. So the bottom line is, people try to make like, oh, we are a holy nation, or we are this, or we're God's country. No, we're not. We're not God's country. This is God's world, but we ain't no what do you call it? The light on the hill. We far from that, bro. We got more murders than any country in the world. So you know that's crazy. We got more people in jail right now than anybody in the world, and we ain't got but 350 million people in this country. You got countries that got over 1 billion people and they ain't got that many people in jail. But we the light of the hill. This is a great country, but the bottom line is the hypocritical shit that goes on in this country and trying to make like we all of that in a bag of chips or talking about we a righteous nation when you don't even treat your own people that's Americans here. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Okay.
Right is right, wrong is wrong, bro.
Okay. Okay. You say so. Because you just told me that you didn't care. So I don't know. When you said that, I'm still caught up here. He said he don't care. I'm still caught up with that. That's
Care.
just
When you
sitting
say
there.
care, what do you
It's
mean don't care?
it's sitting there like a cloud when you said, I don't give a shit.
No, politically, no, I do not give a shit politically.
But what do you care about that?
I care about people.
Okay, so you care. You just said something.
I said
I
I
don't
don't
give a
care
shit,
about
but you
politics.
care about people. Then
I
you
don't care
care.
about politics, bro. I
But
keep up with
you
politics.
said you care about people. So now you said you don't give a shit. So when you said you don't give a
I don't
shit,
give a
that
shit
means
about politics.
I didn't say that. You said you don't give a shit.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
Now
I
I
keep
ask
up
you
with
what,
it.
and I'm asking you what do you care about? And you say I care about people. So you do give a shit.
Look,
No, no, no. uh-uh.
I just, I don't quite understand. Hey, you know what? I don't quite understand where you're coming from because I just told you that the robber barons, before they start, when they, at one time, and then they start making rules and regulations that you can't buy politicians because the robber barons was doing. That's what they was doing back then, giving money to politicians so that they can pass laws so they can do what they want to do.
Okay.
Now they're doing it right out in front of our face. They used to
Okay.
do it behind closed doors.
Okay.
So the point is that politics is bought. You buy it.
Okay. Okay.
So for me to care about it, I have to have certain amount of influence. I have to have some type of mechanism where I can make changes. I can't make changes. I don't have no power.
Well, how do you get that? You said you're gonna they've the robber barons, like go back, were the ones who those families that you said who had gotten rich
We
off
got
of
new families now, bro.
it. I'm not saying that. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about what you said about the robber barons back in the day when they first when the country was being built before the railroads came. When you said that they used money to build a railroad that made those folks and stuff rich. They used
They
their
use slaves.
power and they trade whatever, or they built industries and stuff. They built iron, steel industries, or whatever, and they took their money, and
Hold on, Carter.
that's how they became rich and wealthy. Their families became wealthy. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm just saying what you said, and I'm saying to you that even back then, when they had the robber barons, that what they did was they became successful at doing that. So what are you going to do about that? It's all in the past. We can't do nothing about that right now. But
What
that's
you
what
mean
they
all in the
did.
past? It's happening now.
Well, then we need to get to that point and figure out what the heck to do, Ted. I'm just saying I'm not going to sit there and lay down and let somebody run over the top of me, and I can't figure out what the heck to do to keep that train from running over me. I'm not going to do that. That's not in my nature to do something like that. It is not. And I care because I'm not going to let this happen to me. I'm going to figure out a way how to do something and I'm going to get it done some kind of way. And if I have to go out there and raise my roof or sit down there and holler to the top of my voice and everything, if that's what I think that needs to be done, I am not going to lay down and let it happen and say, I don't care.
Well, let's put it like this. I hear you talking,
Okay.
but it's
That's
just
all. That's
talk.
all I'm saying. I'm not
It's
being
just talk, Jeff.
argumentative.
Now,
Well,
let me say
it's
this.
not talk.
What I mean by just talk is that I remember you was telling me back in the day, you was helping Obama and all that, and you did a
Absolutely.
little bit of here and a little bit of that.
Absolutely.
And a lot of us can do a little bit of something, but that's all it's going to be is a little bit of something.
Okay.
We're not at the table, and then even further from the table is behind the door, the
Whatever.
ones that really make the main decisions.
Whatever. Go ahead.
So those decisions that are being made, they help hundreds of thousands, if I dare say millions, but it's not really helping the real people that need help. It's not really helping the real people that needs help. Now they might give a little pennies, nickels, and dimes, like SNAP, rent assistance, child care, a little bit, but they're not really helping the people, the 50 million people that's living in poverty. So the bottom line is they don't care.
Then say that.
I said
Not I
they
don't
don't
care.
care.
Then say that instead of saying I don't care because
I
I
just told
care.
you, wait a minute. I just told you that I care about people. I
Oh,
don't give a
and
shit
I
about
keep
politics.
on saying that
I
you
don't give
said
a
you
shit
don't
about
care,
politics.
but you saying I care about. So that's all I want to hear.
I don't
If
give a
you
shit
care,
about politics.
it doesn't matter.
But I keep up with politics
So why if you
because,
don't care about it, why are you keeping up with it?
well, the point is that it's so ingrained. Remember when President Obama, when they passed that that money thing, what you call it? You know all this politics jargon. What they call it when they pass the money thing where you can give as much money as you want, you can do all that, and you can start all these little side things that you can do, have your own little money thing. Like, I don't know all the terms of these political jargons, but President Obama said that if you choose the funds that's available for government that we can give you, then you're limited. But if you choose that you want to go and get money from other people, then so Obama said, well, I'm gonna choose where I can get more money, and that's what he did.
I don't know what you're talking about. You got to
I know
explain
you don't
yourself better
remember,
than
but I
that.
do.
I'm just trying to figure out what you said that happened in there in his administration. I don't remember hearing that.
And when
I,
he
I,
was running for
yeah.
office, he had a choice to take the government money or not take the government money. He chose not to take the government money.
Oh,
So
you
you
talking
took
about campaign contributions?
right.
Okay. Now that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I didn't understand what you were saying. You're talking about campaign
Well,
contributions.
I'm
Okay.
bringing it down to like a third
But
grader. That's where I think. I think like very simple stuff. I don't know
no,
all these terminologies.
I didn't hear I didn't understand what you were talking about. You said taking money from the government, taking this from that. I didn't understand what you're talking
Well,
about.
okay, all
But
right. Well, I'm
but
just
but you were
saying.
talking about him and what he said that he was going, the funds that he was going to take,
Am
was
I
he going
telling the
to
truth?
take the government?
Am I
Well,
telling the truth? That's all I want to know.
not really,
Yes, I am.
because he took both of them.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he
I
did.
thought you only can take one or the other.
Well, he took both of them.
I thought you're going to take one or the other.
Yep, but he took both of them
Well, how was he able to do that?
because as long as just like they're doing now, they have a blind, they have blinds up there, and as long as I don't see it, I didn't, I didn't take it. But there were PhDs out there who were funding him and putting money and stuff out there to help him to be elected, just like Trump did in 2024. He had PhDs out there that had
What
billions
now?
of
What's a
dollars
PhD?
that was dumping into him,
Wait a minute,
and he didn't. As long as he didn't know about it, it was okay.
Ed. We don't know what a PhD is. What is that?
It's a political action committee,
Okay, a PAC.
PAC, PHC,
Now I heard that term
Political
before.
Action Committee.
Okay,
He had
so
There were PACs out there that were doing stuff on his behalf that he didn't know about. He wasn't supposed to know about, but he knew about it, but he did know about it. You can't prove that he knew about it. As long as he didn't get out there and actively get involved, he took that money. Just like they all do. Anyway, Ted, we at the end, brother. We've been way past our time here. I had to. The thing got so long here and everything that my computer said it was running out of disk space. And while you were talking, I had to clean up some stuff off of my disk so I can be able to keep this daggone thing going. But I should have did it earlier, but I wasn't thinking. So anyway, I just finished up, and we do have enough disk space and recording space out there for this program, so we won't lose it because we were just about getting ready to lose it, and I had to jump on it real quick. You don't understand what I'm talking about, but I do. Go ahead. You have so much hard disk space, and if you use it all up, then you get to the end there, and if you don't, if it goes past that point and stuff and everything, it destroys everything that you've done.
my last word is I wish everybody a Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve.
I do too.
And I'm gonna take 30 seconds. I'm gonna let people know that, I am very grateful for this country. My life is good. My life is good. I got a good life. Now, am I living on the beach? No, I would love to live on the beach. But
You living close though. You living closer than a lot of us are. Shit, you living a
I'm just
lot
saying.
closer than we
I'm
are.
just saying.
Yeah,
But the
because
point is
I'm
that
sitting
there
up
are
in
a
here
lot
and
of
everything,
people.
and it's 40 degrees outside, and you down there, and it's 70 degrees.
Yeah, okay, all right. But what
Okay,
I'm saying
I'm
is,
freezing. My furnace is running every day. Yours ain't.
well, you ain't living in Illinois no more, bro. At least you living in better
Well,
weather.
yeah, I'm getting close to you because you live a heck of a lot closer than any of us around here are. Because you
I'm
can
just
almost
saying
throw a rock
that
at the ocean where you live.
all I'm saying is that I don't want people to get construed that I keep up with political situations and I look at it all the time. That's just one of my little vices. But the point is, I really don't care because
Yes, you do. You
The
care.
Bible tells me
You
that
care,
I am in this world, but I'm not of this world.
but you still
So,
care.
but I care about people. I care about
And you
individuals. I
care.
care about what's happening to people and the things that how people are being treated. When you have drug trafficking and you have human trafficking and you have all these other things that's going on, people are not being treated fairly in the employment area and stuff like that. I care about that. I care about all those things.
Okay, then you care. And politics is involved in that care. And it's all included. You can't throw
I
out, you
don't
can't
care
have
about
one,
these.
you can't have one without the other.
Well,
Can't have one
like I
without the
said, I
other.
keep up with them to see what they're doing because
There
I
you
follow the
go.
money.
You
I
care.
follow the money.
You care. You keep up with it. You care.
I've been following the budget for over 50-some years.
You care.
I care about people.
You care.
That's all I care about is people. That's all I care about. I care about people.
You follow it.
If
You
I
care.
won that $1 billion that's up for grabs right now, I'd
What
give
would
it
you
all
do?
away.
Would
Maybe
you
all
give your
except about
Would you
200
give your
million.
people that money?
I'll
If
give
something
it
happened?
all away.
You give it out.
I'll give it all away, bro. I'm
Hey,
serious. I'll give it all away.
I'm looking at the audience out there. Does anybody out there believe what he just said? I don't.
Can't blame me.
You go if you want $1 billion, you're gonna give it all away.
If I won $1 billion, I said except $200 million.
But you didn't say that. I didn't hear you say that
Oh, you didn't
$200
hear me say that,
except
but that's what
for.
I said.
He said
I said I'll
except
give it
for
all away.
200
I'm not a
million.
fool.
Oh, okay.
$200
So the
million
200
will take me and my
so
family
so
for the rest
the
of our life.
200
The
million
rest,
is
I'll
gonna
give it
go
to the
back
poor
into your
people. I'll
pocket.
give it to the people
Well,
that need it.
understand, Ted, that you're going to be giving away most of that money anyway because the government gonna reach right into your little pocket and take what they want. They're gonna reach in
Well,
there and get
whatever I
there.
got, I'm gonna give 80% away.
Oh, we're gonna get 80%. Okay. All right, people. If we rooting for you, Ted, you got to win that money, brother, so you can give us my part.
I said the poor people, bro. You ain't poor. Get the hell out of here. You ain't getting a dime either.
I ain't getting a dime. He say
I
he
might
give me a dime.
Hey,
He'll give me a dime.
Hey, I'll give you $20,000 to upgrade. Yeah, upgrade, bro.
Oh my goodness, people. It's Christmas, folks. And we all out here doing our thing here. And Ted, man, my people. I don't enjoy sitting here and having a meal with my family tomorrow. And I know that there are a lot of folks out there who can't enjoy a meal like I am. And it hurts. Deeply hurts. And as I'm sitting down there with that fork in my hand and I'm eating all those good things that my family has prepared for me and everything, I'm gonna give thanks to the Lord that I'm able to do what I'm doing. But I certainly hate that there are other folks out there who can't. And I'm gonna keep fighting for you guys no matter what. I'm gonna keep praying for you. Because there's a lot of folks out there, Ted, who do not have what we have. A lot. And I'm not going to give up on you guys. I'm not going to walk away from it. And I know there's a lot of stuff going to be happening to you all and other people who don't care, who trying to cut your money off. There are children out there and stuff and everything that cannot eat. And I got to believe and stuff in what Jesus said when he came around there, suffer the children unto me. That hurts. That's all I got to say, man. I'm very emotional right now about this because I'm like I said, tomorrow we're gonna be sitting down eating a nice meal, and there are folks out there who can't. There are kids out there, man, who living in cars and stuff with their parents. Oh, I thank God that I'm not part of that, but. Merry Christmas, people. Thank you very much for listening to us. Have a good day. Bye-bye.